morning, everybody. Welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV here in Frederick, Colorado. My name's Taylor, and today we're going to be going over our 2022 Entegra Vision. The floor plan is a 27A. This is a lightly used coach, just over 6,000 miles. The customer's previous, they were enjoying all of their trips. This was their first coach, and they decided to go full time, so they just wanted to upgrade to something a little bit bigger. So this coach is a lightly broken in coach, but it's still in great shape. So let's get right into it. As always, starting over here with our tires. So these are the Continental hybrids. It's a 245/70R, 19.5s with the steel rims, and it's a 190-inch wheelbase on these. Up here, I like when the emblem's right in front of you and up in your face. So this is on a Ford V8. We'll get into more of the chassis specs once we get in front, but I just wanted to point that out. Right over here is one of our first storage compartments here. All of the storage compartments are plastic, just to kind of have a nice little mental note there. Here's our door with two retractable steps. The beautiful floor plan right here, stickered next to the door so you'll never forget, but it is on an easy drive, so it's just going to help a better drive stability while you're going down the road. Here's one of our bigger bays. Again, all plastic, nothing fancy. And then I'll open up here. We do have the exterior entertainment system with your Furon sound system. And then you also do have a little Bluetooth stereo system here too. And then your, I don't even want to say that word, Insignia TV. But you do have that, so it's nice. Second bay. And then up above here, I'll go ahead and open this. This is just our tankless water heater, so it's the Girard. Most of you guys are probably familiar with the tankless water heater from Girard. So it's gonna have a 6-gallon tank capacity for hot water at a time. So just a little mental note there for you. And then over here is our Dometic heater for our hot air and heating during the winter. Sliding over here, we have our third bay. This one's metal, so more for some work stuff, nuts and bolts, extra fluids, anything like that, to have that nice little shelf there too. And then directly below that, we have a nice little LP outlet for an outdoor cooking station for you, for that barbecue. It's a nice little pair with your TV and a barbecue. Put that awning out and you're ready to go. And our last storage compartment on the passenger side. And then directly above, I just wanted to point out our awning. It is just an electric awning, and it's going to be 18 feet, I believe I wrote down here somewhere. Just want to double check. Sweet, yeah, so it's going to be an 18-foot awning. Plastic, nothing fancy, no lighting. And then also with our paint, it is not full body paint. We do have decals on here, just in case you guys were curious about that. Sliding over to the rear of the coach. Up above, we have that backup camera. Again, this coach is great for a first-time RVer just because it's super basic, not too fancy. It's kind of just a good coach to kind of get your feet wet to see if you really enjoy it. So you have just a standard backup camera, just going to show directly behind you, no 360 camera, no trailer hitch view or anything like that. You do have a 5,000-pound towing capacity on here. And then this is a nice little spot where you can put your slinky or anything else that you can kind of think of. Oh, it's actually already in there. So that's a nice little picture to show you. And of course you have the exterior ladder. We have 2 ACs up on top. And this is a 30-foot coach, so 2 ACs. You definitely have a lot of AC power in there. You don't have to worry about it being too hot. And just having a ladder kind of gives you a peace of mind that you could check your roof. All right, onto our first bay on the driver's side. Here is our water bay. So it's super simple and straightforward. This is just your shower. So you have the exterior shower, hot water or cold water, so depending on what you prefer. And then it kind of gives you a little overview, kind of little quick key for dry camping, city water, and all that. I love visuals as well as, you know, reading the owner's manual, but pictures definitely make it click sometimes when you're not really understanding. So I love that. And then you have your just little hose out here. All of your low point drains, nice and bright and up in front of your face. And then you have your filter right here, easy to change. And then this is your 50 amp shore power cord. I kind of like how they put it in this bay, I'm not gonna lie, just because it's a bigger bay. You're not trying to like slinky it in a tighter space, so it kind of makes it easy just to throw in there and keep it in circles, because I'm definitely all about the power reel, because let's be real, it definitely makes it a lot easier for you. But this one being in a bigger bay, it's not as of a pain in the butt to kind of stick it in there. And then you do have a nice little hole over here as well. You can slinky it through just so you can keep this bay door locked if you'd like. And then since we're on the fresh tank over here, I just want to go over our tank level. So we have 72 gallons for that fresh water, 50 gallons for our gray, and 49 for our black. So pretty hefty tank capacities there, being on a 30-foot coach. Here is our fuel. This is a gas coach. So we have an 80-gallon fuel tank here. Here is our gray and black water dump. I like how it is higher. It's not super close to the ground, so you don't really need to like get on your knees. It's a little bit easier to kind of connect your slinky and directly to the floor. There's no, I don't know, awkward maneuverations to kind of dump it. And then also, while we have this, I just wanted to point out our leveling jacks, our electric leveling jacks. All right, we do have our generator running right now, just so we can have that AC on. So we have our little spigot right here for our generator. This is a Cummins Onan 5500 gas generator, and it only has, I believe, we'll have to double check when we get inside, but I think it said 74 hours on the generator. Here is another storage compartment. And in our last storage compartment, we have our propane, which is going to be 16.5 gallons of propane here. And then you have your house batteries. And then this is your hydraulic HWH there. Whoops, somebody close that one. And just a nice little tiny cubby here. They definitely tried to use all storage possible inside of this coach, so you have plenty of storage. Again, Ford V8s. All right, now that we're up in the front of the coach, of course, that big, beautiful Class A windshield, even though it's on a smaller 30-foot coach, it makes it a big difference from going to a Class C to an A, just because you get that big windshield. But inside here, it's not the biggest area to kind of see your chassis and everything that's going on, but you can see your coolant. You can see your chassis batteries down here. So if you ever need to jump anything, it's not that hard to kind of connect. And then right over here, we have our windshield wiper fluid, which is completely full. But this is on a Ford Triton V8. It's an F-Series Super Duty, so it has 320 horsepower at 3,900 RPMs. Whoops. I'll just keep, and then it's 460 foot-pounds of torque, and it's a 6-speed automatic. There we go. It's a little heavier than I expected. I couldn't do it with one arm. All right. Well, yeah, let's just take a few more glimpses before we head on inside. Again, if you guys had any questions or something that you were interested in and I kind of missed in the exterior, you can definitely leave a comment below, or you can reach out to me. Again, my name's Taylor. So let's go ahead and head on inside. You really got to put some muscle into it to open this door, I'm not gonna lie. All right, so we do have a nice little screen door here. So if it is a nice, beautiful day, you can just leave the door open and get some nice fresh air in. But as we're entering the coach, I did just want to point out here, we have a bunch of lights So we have all of our exterior lights here, our power step, so if you just want it to automatically stay out, and then some more interior lights and our accent lights, and then our awning controllers. This is a very important piece just because it's our main power, so we want to make sure it's turned off whenever we're just going and storing our coach, or if we're not really using it and we don't want to come back to a dead coach, you want to make sure that is turned off. And I'm honestly not too sure what this is, but just look, oh, it's your solar charger. Sorry, I've never seen a solar charger look like that, so that's kind of nice. It's giving you all the voltage per panel. All right, now as we make our way inside, this is with the slides in. So you get a pretty roomy, spacious room while all of the slides are in. These customers, I actually took this one in on trade, and they had a lab dog, so she definitely had a lot of room to kind of maneuver around while they're going down the road, but she actually preferred to be in their lap while they're going down the road, so she didn't do a lot of walking and traveling in here while she's going down the road. But if you are a dog lover and you're kind of interested in making sure your pets are comfortable while you're going down the road too, this is definitely a good coach for that. But I'll go ahead and open up those slides. So we got 2 slides on the driver's side. Kitchen slide, and now our bedroom slide. So this is the floor plan where your bed folds in half. So you just won't be able to sleep in the bed while you're going down the road. I know that is important to some customers, so I just want to make sure to point that out. But you can sleep 5 adults and 2 kids, because it does have a bunk overhead. And then the couch turns into a nice little futon. So for being a 30-foot coach, I know I've said it a million times, but there's a lot of sleeping area in here. So definitely a family style coach. Another reason why they upgraded to a bigger one too, they just wanted a little bit more space to actually walk around their bed. So I just kind of pointing out the flaws that they found, but each flaw is going to be different for each and every couple, just depending on what is important to you and kind of what you guys will be doing with the coach. So go ahead and open up the storage on either side, and then you do have some reading lights, so it is through and through. One latch on either side, and then you have 2 reading lights. All the shades are manual, and you just have the blackout shade, and then all 3 windows do open. And then the drawers here, you have 6 decent sized drawers, but as you can tell when you open those drawers, it kind of makes you have no space from between the bed and the drawers itself. These 2 shelves are interchangeable, so you can adjust them to your liking. And then you have 3 more of the same exact drawers over here too. And then as far as charging, while you're in here, you do have 2 outlets on this side. To charge a phone, it's actually on the bedpost, so I'm not sure if you guys would actually be able to see, but there is 2 right there, just so you know. And then I'll go ahead and check on this side, because I think it... Okay, yes, so they're both on either side. You have 2 outlets. You can kind of get a better look there. And then here, so we only have 1 AC running right now. This one in the bedroom's off, so I like how it's split. You have 1 specific AC for your bedroom, because I like sleeping really, really cold, so this would be great for me, a bonus, just because you can set the temperature on that AC in here, close that door, and keep in all the cool air here. And then we have our light switch here, so only 1 light switch in the bedroom. Now that we're in, I'll kind of just let you guys poke in the bathroom really quick, just because it's a little bit of a tight squeeze, more of a 1-person use. But I love the backsplash inside the shower, just gives it a little bit more of a homey feel. And then the toilet is plastic. And then you have pretty good storage area in there as far as a medicine cabinet and some storage underneath that sink as well. Perfect. And then you do have a lock on the door for the bathroom. Alrighty, still some more storage inside of the bedroom and more drawers. So we're on drawer 8. And then this is our nice little table that you can put right in between the driver and the passenger seat, just so if you kind of want some, munchies or some more places to set your soda, or when the both of the chairs are swiveled, kind of gives you another option for seating area just to kind of comfortably seat and dine in. So this is the split fridge. You can set it for propane or electric, so that's kind of nice for boondocking purposes, especially since that generator is already gas. You don't have much for the propane, so your propane will mainly be dedicated to your fridge and then also your stovetop. And then also your water heater can be electric or propane. So just nice little overview of the fridge there. We'll slide on over to our controllers over here. So this is exactly where I opened the slides, and I was right on the generator, but since we've been running it, now we're at 75 hours. But this is the generator start and stop here. We have both slide controllers, and then we have a tank heater and our water heater. The tank heaters are great just for Colorado because that will help reduce risk of freeze damage. Right here is your Xantrax, and then the second AC unit I was telling you guys about. So I have that on right now at cool, high, and right now the internal temperature is 75, but I have it set at 69. So it's gonna work its way down, but we'll get there. I thought the door was still open, so that's why I kind of paused, but we got it closed. Here is that microwave. This microwave is not convection just because it's kind of unusual for me to see because I haven't seen a lot of coaches that still have ovens, but that's the only reason why it's not convection, because you do have an oven option in this coach with the 3 burner. Nice little glass top there. I'm always a fan of the L-shaped kitchens just because it gives you a bigger feel. One big sink, no divider, just to kind of keep that in mind as far as the wash and rinse situation. There we go. Here are some more charging outlets. Got to turn it to actually keep it up. There we go. So you have the USB and then 2 more plugins here. I like how they're kind of hidden, so if you don't really need them, or if you don't drink coffee all the time like I do, then you can just make a cup of coffee and then put it back. You don't need to keep it on your countertop. So that is all the storage for above the kitchen. Below we have 3 more drawers. So you have one directly underneath your oven. And then you have 2 more right here. And then if you want additional counter space, you have a nice little countertop here, which would probably be a nice little drying area. Wash and dry, put it over there. All right, now that we're getting into the living area, I just want to point out I left out all seat belts just so I could tell you guys, because I was kind of shocked by how many seat belts were in it. So we have 2 here, 2 here, and then also 2 more here. So a total of 6 passengers that you can seat safely. This is your dining table, which already has the built-in cup holders, so which is nice while you're going down the road, especially if you have kids that want drinks, and then while you're driving, you know how RVs drive, so they're not though you'll be rocking around a little bit and you don't want to have any spilling happening while you're driving down the road. And then you have a TV lift here. So if you're not a fan, you're like, oh, we're camping, we don't need to be watching TV. Why do we have a TV? It's kind of hidden, out of sight, out of mind. It doesn't have a TV. But when you want one, it does have a TV and it pops out. So it's kind of nice to have that. And then you have 2 more USBs and 2 more charging places right there on either side of the table. And then this is the table that I was kind of telling you guys where it sleeps 2 kids. This does unhook and it folds down into a bed, or you can kind of just prop it up if you want to kind of get it out of the way to use this as a storage spot while you're going down the road, maybe to put some bikes in here or something. And then this bed is a futon bed, so you just got to take these off. You lift it up. The back side will go down. You'll push this back down, and you're going to use these cushions to actually fit back in here. Whoops. I do it right? There we go. Perfect. Oh, you do it this way. There we go. So you could sleep one person here, or maybe even 2 kids, just depending on what the situation is. I know some people are like, oh, it's not really like a flat surface, but I mean, once you lay down there, you're camping, throw a comforter over there, make it kind of comfy and nice, and you'll be fine. Camping's all about the exploration and the memories. It's not about having the best sleeping arrangement. That's where you make the sacrifice. Especially for kids, they don't really care either, so it's kind of nice. Whoops. There we go. So easy to put away, and then the seat belts, they don't have to stay out if you don't want them. Perfect. These 2 windows pop out too, so you can keep these ones open while it's raining. And then you have some storage up here. When I opened these cabinets, that's when it kind of hit me how tall these ceilings are. I was like really shocked because I'm pretty tall. I'm like 5'7", 5'8" actually. After 5'7", I stopped counting and I didn't want to get any taller than that. But I actually kind of like have to reach up here to kind of get up there. So I kind of liked how it has taller ceilings, just to throw that out there for you guys that are a little bit taller. You will be comfortable in this coach walking throughout the coach. All right, just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything here. These are tiny little cabinets. This one does have a divider just because this is more for your TV and your, drawing a blank, but for your boxes on the TVs. And then this one is through and through. So you kind of can maneuver some things in there. And then here is the bunk overhead. It is electric, so you have your nice little lock here. You can keep the key in it if you want. If not, it's totally up to you. And then you have a nice little light up there as well. I'm not going to retract this down just because it's pretty redundant, especially if you want it all the way down. We'll have to move the chairs and whatnot, but you get the idea. The nice little ladder that we saw in the back, it's a collapsible one, so you don't have to worry about either throwing it up here and then not being able to put it all the way up. But you do have that, and it's about a full size. The only downfall, I would say, if you're not going to use this, it does take away from that headroom when you do have the bunk overhead. But other than that, it's pretty good. I'm going to close this door. I'm feeling the hot breeze, and it's whew. All right. Now we'll get up here in front of the cockpit area. So we do have a very big dash. I like this thing just because this is where I would put all my snacks or even my phone or something, you know, so it's up in front of my face because I always lose my phone. So I'd probably put it right there. This is for your backup camera. And it's not on right now because I don't have the chassis on, so I'll fire that up for you. So that is your one and only view for that backup camera, just so you can keep that in mind. And then you do have the Sirius XM, radio, phone, USB, all that good stuff. And then your controls for the defrost, heating, cooling, yada, yada, yada. Super basic, super straightforward, so it's not very confusing, very minimal. But we'll go over here. We do have a nice little holder for your drink. This does open manually, and it has a screen. If you don't like the screen, you can take it off. Totally up to you. Over here is your equalizer system for your leveling jacks. And then we have our shades to go down. So this one just has one blackout shade throughout the whole entire coach. You don't have any screens to kind of make it dim. Here are your mirrors. So you can adjust the mirrors right here. 2 more USBs for charging for your phone, tablet, anything else, any other electronics you have. We do have mirror heat, which again is key for Colorado. You definitely want all the heating factors that you can for winter. Your fog lights, another generator start and stop up here. So if it's getting kind of hot while you're going down the road, you don't have to worry about having someone get up and go start the generator in the back. You can quickly start it from right here. And then you have a battery boost, which will save you one day. Something's gonna happen and either your house batteries or your chassis battery is gonna be dead. So you can use either or to kind of jump the other. So it's a nice little safety factor to have there. Here's all your lighting settings. Nice little cooling, heating up here. standard dash. So here it is again. I mentioned just over 6,000 miles. So we have 6,133 miles right now for August 2nd at 9:48 a.m. to be exact. More heating over here and your little AC. So you want to make sure when it's hot you have point out all these little things because it does get hot. And your hazard lights. This little bubble I'm not really a big fan of, but you know, it is what it is. There are more pros than cons in this coach, but the chairs do swivel, and I just wanted to kind of point this out here. It's a nice little desk area for your co-pilot. So if you had a little laptop, tablet, or you wanted to watch movies on the go and not really hold it because you start falling asleep and you accidentally drop it, you do have that, and then you do have some AC down here on your feet because you know that saves lives during during summer. Anyways, all right, well that was pretty much it. I think I got everything that I pretty much wanted to cover today. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, you want to know a little bit more history about this coach, I'm definitely your girl. I took it on trade, so give me a call. Or if you guys are just interested in start your adventures in an RV, I'd be happy to chat about it. Thanks again for tuning in. Have a great day.